Going on, my people? What is going on? It's good Monday. Month is almost over, people. January flying. January is flying. What up? What up? What up? What is up? Just got done making a video. Well, I didn't make it. I still got to edit it. Just got done shooting it. It's on Akhenaten. Black Icon Spotlight. First episode was on Tupac. You're doing Akhenaten. I'm gonna try to make it a weekly show. Let me put this in the chat. Hold on. What's going on? What's going on? Academics responded. Look up if y'all in the chat. Let me know where y'all from. Hit that like button. We're gonna start in a second. But Academics responded to Meek Mill. He responded to Meek Mill. Videos on the channel. That's up. I just dropped that earlier today. About what Meek Mill canceled Akademiks again. It's called. It's on the channel. But Academics responded, and Academics' response was pretty much agreeing with what Meek said. And it's crazy because he apologized to Meek, but didn't apologize for the comments he made to the 15-year-old. I don't get it. He had a whole bunch he said a lot of words. I ain't hear no apology. I ain't hear not one apology. He said a lot of words, but I ain't hear no apology. Now he did apologize to Meek Mill. He apologized to Meek Mill. If y'all don't know, Meek Mill and Academics, they've been having beef for years and years and years. Academics claims, and he said it in his response to Meek Mill. He said, "I ended your career." He said, "I get it. Yeah, I'd be mad too if I did this." He said, "You was up there being compared to Future, and now nobody talks about you." He said, "I'd be mad too." If y'all in the chat, let me know where y'all from. City, state, rep your city or your country. And if y'all got questions, let me know. But we gonna get to Academics right now and Meek Mill. Now, if y'all ain't been following, if y'all haven't been following, Academics, like what was this, Friday, Saturday, videos on the channel, was on Discord, on stream, talking to a 15-year-old kid, one of Black Boy Max's moderators. He was talking to this kid, and what he said to this kid was wild. Croissant, shout out Mannequin. Croissant, I love croissants. If you got one, send it through the chat. I'll eat it right now because it will go with this coffee. So yeah, if y'all got questions, let me know. But he was and it's crazy. If y'all, I don't know if y'all heard the conversation. It's been trending since Saturday. But the kid and the 15-year-old kid had more sense, more maturity. Oh, good looking. Let me grab Good looking mannequin. The kid in the conversation, out the mouth of babes, right? It's crazy how a 15-year-old got more maturity, more sense, more wisdom. It's 2 days on. It's all right. I'll eat a 2-day-old croissant, especially with some coffee. Good looking. Hello, what up, Blitzo XD. Shout out to Blitzo XD. We do have super chats and still super things. Y'all do either one of those, I will shout you out. But what's up? Where you from, Blitzo? Let me know where you from. You got a different name. Let me see your is that? I can't tell what that picture is in your profile. But if y'all didn't hear the conversation that went viral of pretty much academics is being accused of grooming a 15-year-old, grooming kids, right? And not even a female 15-year-old, a boy at that, which Act claims he ain't gay. But so why are you talking to this kid like that? For one, Black Boy Max, he's a big streamer, big YouTuber. I just found out about him. I'm good. How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing, Blitzo? That's crazy. Yeah. So in the conversation, he says, "Oh, if Black Boy Max," he was talking to the kid. He said, "If Black Boy Max says he wanna F you, would you do it?" And the kid's like, "What? Like, no, I'm not gay. Why would I do that?" Right? Then they was like, okay, he won't do that. So they kept going with it. They kept saying, "Oh, well, there ain't no 15-year-old you can smash. If Black Boy Max had a sister, would you smash her?" He said, "No, she's over." He said, "No, he got a sister," right? He said, "No, he got the 15-year-old said, no, he got a sister." He said that, "What are you trying to put me on a case? Put her on a case?" Like, this kid had more sense and more wisdom than all the adults in the conversation, academics and academics. For all his success, for all his money, you can't buy maturity. You can't buy wisdom. These things can't be bought, people. That's why I say, I don't care how much money is in my bank. I'm spiritually rich. And that means more than anything. But this kid had more wisdom. He said, "Nah, you don't put her on the case. I'm 15. And he said, and they was like, "So," right? The adults in the conversation was like, "So," pretty much trying to make fun of or tell this kid that he need to smash something, right? Or he need to smash him. That's what they was trying to get on him about and bullying him about. And this, can you say Lindsey Johnson and Nick? Shout out Lindsey Johnson. What up, Nick? What up, Lindsey? Shout out to y'all. Have a good day, y'all. 7 day. So this kid had, if this kid was gullible, if this kid was, and this is why academics is getting so much backlash, and he deserves it. To be honest, people are calling him a cancer. They calling him a cancer to the community, to the hip hop black community, in which he really is. I really can't disagree with that statement. If this kid was more gullible, right? If this kid was more vulnerable, had a less mature mind, wasn't as wise as he is, and wasn't as strong as he is, like mentally, this kid would have been doing what they said to do, right? He would have been thinking like, "Oh yeah, I need to smash him. I'm 15. Yeah, I need to do something like that." He would be. Kids are very, very impressionable, right? I got 4 kids. I know they're very impressionable. They especially when it comes to adults telling them to do stuff or trying to make fun of them for not doing something or not being a certain person. This happened to me when I was a kid. This was crazy. I've had this happen where 12-year-old 7 day was playing video games, my little PS1 game, right? Playing Gran Turismo, and a friend of the family comes over and tries to make fun of me and saying like, "Oh, how old is this? This kid is 12. Why is he playing video games? He need to be outside. You need to be outside getting some pee, smashing something." Pretty much the same thing that academics was telling. Nor at GXD is the name. And Black Boy Max told, as soon as it happened, Black Boy Max, shout out to him. Real solid brother, real solid king. I'm good. Blitzo, you good? That's what's up. Yeah. He's like, "Look, he wanted academics to apologize, right? It's weird. Like the comments is weird. And the weirder part is, this is the weirder part. When he asked him to apologize, Akademiks, first of all, he don't apologize. He didn't. He started making excuses for his comments. The first excuse, he had like two big excuses. Sorry, I didn't send a chat because I went to the bathroom. Oh, you all right? That's all right. The first excuse, which was so stupid to me, and it's not true. He said that the kid he was talking to, he says that, oh, he's like my brother and we joke around. He jokes on us and we joke on him. For one, he don't joke on y'all like that. He not talking sexual to y'all, joking to y'all. He not doing that. For two, he said, oh, this is like my brother. This is why we joke like that. He ain't your brother though. He's not. You never met this kid in real life, but you trying to joke with him like he's your brother, saying, oh, we have a brotherly relationship. No, you don't. You joked with a kid a few times. That don't make him your brother. Akademiks, newsflash, spoiler alert. You heard it here first. He ain't your brother. So that's out of that excuse is out of here. Akademiks is full of nothing but excuses for the words that come out of his mouth. And this is what my channel, this is what the 7-Day Theory is all about. Accountability and taking accountability for your actions and holding other people accountable. Mannequin, yes, I do. I got Charmin. Is that premium? So we shouldn't even need other people to say when we're wrong, right? We should be able to say to ourselves, tell ourselves like, hey man, I did something wrong the other day. Let me go apologize, or let me go make it right. Right? We shouldn't even need other people to tell us when we did something wrong. We should already know. People like Akademiks, they're so narcissistic, so self-centered that they don't think about stuff like that, right? And he really too narcissistic to even apologize. The second excuse he gave, he said, oh, this is just Kendrick. He said the reason what he said, he blamed his comments towards a kid, these weird comments towards a 15-year-old. He blamed it on Kendrick Lamar fans. He said that Kendrick Lamar fans, these are the only people that are getting upset is Kendrick Lamar fans. This is how hard Akademiks is on Drake's meat, is that he finds a way. He'll find some way. Kendrick Lamar ain't got nothing to do with the conversation, nothing to do with what he said, nothing at all. He found a way to bring Kendrick Lamar up to diss him, right? And his fans. He just the other week, he dissed the whole West Coast, said LA, said California is a ish hole. He said he didn't care about the fires. Saying all this because he loves Drake so much, and they're so butthurt, him and Drake, about the battle that they lost, that he's willing to diss a whole coast and blame his grooming comments on Kendrick Lamar fans. That's how hard he's riding Drake's meat. Get over it. The battle been over with. Kendrick Lamar ain't saying nothing to you. Do you like it? I don't know what that is. Blitzo. So this is how much he loves Drake and can't stand the fact that Kendrick beat his favorite artist in a battle. We all know Akademiks is the biggest Drake fan, right? So he finds a way somehow to blame Kendrick on this whole controversy. And look, it's not just Kendrick Lamar fans that's upset. All the parents out there, Meek Mill said it in his tweet. Just last night. The video's on the channel. It's called Meek Mill Cancels Akademiks. Parents, if anybody got kids, if somebody said this to my kid, Akademiks, I would come see him in the flesh. This is not, and Akademiks don't have kids, so it makes sense that he made these dumb comments. It makes sense because he don't have kids, but really this is just a human thing. It's just just being an adult and just knowing right from wrong, and that you don't speak to kids like this. Okay, don't worry. All right. Yeah, you don't speak to kids like this. So it ain't just Kendrick Lamar fans that are upset with Akademiks. And Akademiks said, oh, if my career is over with, I just hope I gave y'all. Yeah, if y'all in here, hit the like button, turn us up. And if y'all got questions, let me know in the chat. And we do got super chats and super things if y'all want to help support the channel. he academics, right? He what was I talking about? Academics. Oh yeah, academics and Drake, right? They didn't want to lose so bad that they're willing to blame anything on. And that's what I was talking about. So academics said that if my career is over after this, I just hope I gave y'all great moments, right? I hope I give you good moments. This man started his career on destruction and death and chaos. If y'all don't remember, academics, how he came into the game, what got him popular was reporting on, glamorizing, glorifying the war in Chirac, right? That's what he was. And pretty much just rap beefs and beefs in general. That's what his whole channel was. That's what all his content was about, especially Chicago beef. This glorification and this reporting on it, and he would give the Chirac shooters names. He'd give like the Grim Reaper. He'd give people the names of the Grim Reaper and all this, like naming them, laughing about it, right? But in real life, people are losing their life behind this. But you made a platform and you putting it out to millions of people, and it's doing nothing but destroying and furthering escalate beefs. So people that's no longer here have passed because of the stuff that academics reported on, the stuff that academics has said. I'm here, Blitzo. What up? He's back. Thank you. They both old. They both old. Yeah, they both are old. So he got his whole content was all started from destruction of our community, right? Of glorifying and perpetuating beasts and stereotypes. So I would argue his great moment, if his career ends today, what great moments has he gave us? What is it? What's the great thing that academics said or did? He just reported on stuff that was controversial and that was really a negative to us in our community. You're welcome. Thanks, Bliss. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all in here, turn the like button up. Let me know where you from. You got questions, let me know. Now, Meek Mill came out and said, look, his tweet, he tweeted today. He tweeted 2 times. This was the second time last night he tweeted about it. First he said this man is an extremist. Like, he's a cancer to the culture. He's been trying to promote the destruction of black men, reporting on false and putting out false information about black men, about black women, black families, destroying them, right? This is what Meek Mill said. Then he said, look, parents, get your kids' phone, block this man, everybody. He said for everybody to block them, right? And y'all know they have beef right now, but I believe that beef don't even matter, because what Meek Mill is saying, he's saying what everybody is thinking, or everybody is saying as well. So the beef, it don't matter. Sometimes you got to separate the message from the messenger, right? Just because he's in a beef with academics don't mean that what he's saying is not true. It's true. He said, parents, block this man. He's grooming children. He's got a big platform, and he's using it, and a lot of kids are tuned in and watching him, right? And if they are, he's leading them astray. He's lost, right? He gonna have them. If your kids is watching academics, he gonna have them lost just like he is. Academics. Now, will he be canceled? Will he be canceled? I don't know. It's hard to actually cancel someone. It's really hard to really cancel someone. They either got to go to jail or they got to pass away to truly cancel someone, or they just got to stop working, right? Which academics, he's not hired by anybody that I know. He does his own thing. He's his own boss. So can't nobody fire him, or he might lose deals. He might lose money from these comments. But to be truly canceled, I don't know if he will or not. We'll see. But his comments are definitely cancel-ish, cancel-worthy, right? So phone has 10%. Sorry, you good, XO. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Yeah, real stuff. Thank you, XD. Get that thing on the charger. 10% is wild. Yeah, you got to get that thing charged. My stuff about to die in a minute too. I got like dang, how much percentage I got? I only got 7%. Dang. All right. So yeah. So real quick before I got to charge my phone. Video will be dropping soon. The video on Meek Mill and Akademiks is on the channel. If you're not subscribed, head on over to the 7-Day Theory. Seven is spelled with the number 7, EVEN. That video is already out. My next video, or probably gonna be one of my next video, I'm doing the Black Icon Spotlight episode 2. The first episode is on Tupac Shakur. It's already on the channel. You can watch that if you want. The next one's gonna be on Akhenaten. This is the man I study the most. This is, to me, he's the biggest, he's the greatest icon to ever live. But yeah, I just shot the video for the episode that's gonna air. I don't know when I'm gonna put it out, either today or tomorrow. I gotta edit it and all that. Thanks. I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right. Yeah. I'm about to be off of here. I gotta go. I gotta charge my phone anyway. But I was gonna speak on Akhenaten. My phone about to die. Akhenaten. Change the world. Change the world, right? Like real quick on Akhenaten. And y'all, once the video drop, y'all can watch that if y'all want. But the biggest thing I took from Akhenaten, in a time where is really to be an individual and don't be scared to be yourself. That's what I took from Akhenaten, right? He was like the first individual in history. He was the first monotheist that we have archaeological evidence of. Akhenaten is. We have stories in the Bible. We have the Old Testament. We have the Torah, right? These things were written down. They were passed down orally and then written down later, but we don't have archaeological, tangible proof that the people in the Old Testament actually existed. I argue that Akhenaten is the historical Moses. I think Akhenaten was Moses. I don't think it's no coincidence that Moses, from the dates in the Bible that we have, he lived 100 years supposedly before Akhenaten in the same area, Egypt, the same geographical area, only 100 years before Akhenaten. Akhenaten reigned from 1353 BC to 1336 BC. He died at 36. I don't think it's no coincidence that Moses was supposedly alive 100 years before Akhenaten. I think Akhenaten was Moses, right? And there's other links to Akhenaten from the Bible. Joseph, he was sold by his brothers into slavery, ended up in Egypt, he had a gift from God. He could read dreams. He ended up being the second hand to the most powerful man in the world. He was the Pharaoh's visor. They found a tomb a man by the name of Uya, very similar to Joseph. It translates almost identically, right? That's how you would say Joseph in Egyptian. Uya. Uya had a title. He was buried in the Valley of the Kings. He was buried like a king. He was a foreigner. You can tell by his facial features. His mummy, it almost looks like he's alive. That's how well he was mummified. But you could tell by his features he was not African. He was Jewish. He has Jewish facial features. And Joseph in the Bible is Jewish. In the Bible, Joseph has a title. His title is Lies, All Lies. Keep listening. Keep listening. The title of Joseph was father to the Pharaoh, right? In the Bible. You can go look this up. The man Uya, who they found, he had a lot of titles. He had visor, same one as Joseph had in the Bible. The other title he had, and this is a unique title. Nobody has this title. Father to the Pharaoh. Also, Uya had. Joseph had it in the Bible. Uya has it on his tomb, right, when they found him. No, this is not a common title at all. There are no other people that was named father to the Pharaoh except for Joseph and Uya. I would argue that they are the same people. And this is another tie to Akhenaten, is why I think that Akhenaten was the inspiration for the Old Testament and was Moses. Uya was Akhenaten's grandfather. Uya was Akhenaten's mom's dad. That was his grandfather, right? And we know from the Bible that yes, he grew up he got sold into he was in the palace. He was the second hand to the Pharaoh. And this man, Yuya, was exactly the same, was a visor. He was a visor to Amenhotep III. Who was that? That was Akhenaten's dad. Akhenaten was born. His name was Amenhotep IV. He was such an individual and changed everything that he changed his name. When he started to reign as king, he changed his name. That'd be like if Trump got into office and he said, "My name is God Almighty," or something like that. Something just changed his name, right? That's what Akhenaten did. Akhenaten changed the capital of Egypt. It was Memphis. He took a desert, built a city up, built temples to his god. Monotheist, the first monotheist we have in history, actual proof of, tangible proof. He changed the city from Memphis to Armana. It's called Armana today. It was called something different back then. He changed the art. He changed the politics. He was born into a world where before and after him, there was no one like him. There was no one else had a religion where it was the belief in one God. Nobody. And that's why I argue he impacted the world and changed the world. And he, instead of letting the world change him, he changed the world, right? And impacted the people around him. A lot of us, we get born into this world. There's laws, there's traditions. Your mom got her way of thinking. Your dad got their way of thinking. And everybody is trying to press upon you their way of thinking. I don't subscribe to that at all. I think you should have your own mind, think for your own self, make your own traditions. Just because something is done 100 years or 1,000 years before we was born, don't mean we got to do it now. Just because we here, just because it was done before, don't mean we got to do it today, right? Make your life what you want it to be. That's the biggest thing I took from Akhenaten. And to live in truth, to actually, whatever you're presenting to the world, that's who you should actually be, right? I shouldn't act like I'm a great father or a great person, right? But behind closed doors, I'm doing all this illegal activities or doing all this shady, dark stuff, right? That was Akhenaten's mantra, was living in truth. It was called living. He called it living in Ma'at. Ma'at translates to truth. That was his goal in life. That's one of the other biggest things I took from Akhenaten, was to live in truth, to actually present to the world who you actually are. And to be an individual. I believe I've been an individual since I was a kid. I believe I was raised by a single mother. She had her way of thinking. I had mine, and they were completely different, right? A lot of people will live their whole life based on what their mom or what their dad told them to do or told them to think, or even their friends or their other family members, right? They live their whole life based on what other people think of them. Akhenaten was the opposite of that. He didn't care what they thought, right? And his God, look, his religion had less images and less idols than Christianity has today, or Judaism, right? There was no human that was a god. There was no image of a human, no image of an animal. The only image of his God was the sun and its rays. And then he had on the end of the rays, it would have hands, and in the hands would be an Ankh, and Ankh is the sign of life. So, and it wasn't actually the sun he was worshiping. It was the energy and the God and the energy behind the sun, right? So he wasn't actually worshiping just the sun, but he recognized and knew that this creator God, this God, it breathed life into the world and everything in it. And then he got rid of Amun. Amun was one of the biggest gods of Akhenaten's time, one of the most popular gods. The priest of Amun had a whole bunch of power, a whole bunch of money. The reason why they left Akhenaten off of the official king's list in Egypt, they left it off. That's how much hate they got, and how much despise they had for Akhenaten, is that they didn't even recognize him as a king. And as soon as he died, they went right back to worshiping many gods. He shut down the temples of Amun. He got rid of the word gods, plural. All his people scratched that out. There was no mention of any other gods but Aten. And this is why he got so much hate, is because the priest of Amun, okay, back in the house. T2, okay, then what up, T2? Real stuff. My phone about to die, so I won't be on here long, but Akhenaten, he shut down the temples of Amun, got rid of them, right? And people despised him for that. The priest of Amun had a lot of power. Akhenaten took that away. They broke down statues to Amun, knocked off their noses, scratched out Amun's name, scratched out the word gods, right? This was a pure monotheism. This was monotheist at its core. When you boil it down, Akhenaten was ahead of his time. Because we can tell, because now the majority of the world worships one God. Judaism, Christianity, Muslims, right? They all worship one God. Akhenaten was ahead of his time. He was doing that in 1300 BC, right? 1300 BC, he was doing this. But in his time, the majority of the world worshipped more than one God. And you know how hard it is. First of all, religion, that's one of the most touchiest subjects that you can try to get someone to change in the world, right? To try to not only stop somebody's religion, stop them from practicing their religion, but to get them to convert and to conform to your religion, which is a new religion that he just started, right? That's one of the most it's one of the most overcoming achievements that he had to do, right? Not only did he shut down the worship of many gods, he had them worshiping, he had followers and had them worshiping his God. That's a hell of a feat, right? And as soon as he died, they went right back to worshiping many gods. This happened with Moses. Look, when he went to go get the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai, he came back down. They had built a whole golden calf and was worshiping that. And this was after he had freedom from slavery, freedom from Egypt, from the Pharaoh. He split the Red Sea. His God did. They witnessed all this. They witnessed it. They lived it. But even then, when they were out in the desert and he went up to get to the 10 Commandments from God, he came back down and they were worshiping and had built a golden calf. Just that quick, because they were so used to that religion. That's what they had did their whole life, right? And so this religion that supposedly Moses was having them do and practice, it was new. So it was hard for them to when he left. As soon as he left, they started building and worshiping other gods, right? Even though they had just seen miraculous events take place from their God, they still went and worshiped and built up this golden calf to worship. That's crazy. That's wild to me. I'm about to get off here. My phone about to die, y'all. Love y'all. If y'all subscribe, thank you. If you're not, subscribe to the channel, 7 Day Theory on YouTube. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.